Ladies and gentlemen, you already know what time it is. We are going to do another week and another. Oh, yes. Still never forget that sound. This week in Destiny, we spent many hours watching what our community of creators has to say about the Edge of Fate after visiting us for a few days at Bungie's headquarters and playing Destiny's latest expansion for the very first time. It's now their time to share what they experienced with you all. We also have some news on our side, but let's not get ahead of that. The Edge of Fate hands-on previews are here. Let's talk about tiers and exotic armor. Prophecy arrives in the Rite of 9, Adept rotation calendar, Pride Month is here, the Edge of Fate impressions are live. A few weeks ago, we invited a group of press and players to Bungie HQ so they could play the Edge of Fate ahead of its release on July 15th. We had a great time chatting with them and hearing their impressions firsthand. They had access to the first campaign mission within the Edge of Fate, gear tiering, Armor 3.0, the portal, and more. On Tuesday, June 3rd, they released their first batch of content to the world, and now you can also learn what they have to say. Go watch them if you haven't yet, or if you prefer reading, we've got you covered too. PC Gamer and Shack News have previews on their websites too. You can click on PC Gamer here and Shack News here to get the secret preview of the Edge of Fate. Well, that's what on their websites. There's a few topics to follow as you check their videos. First, we have Kepler, the new destination where the Edge of Fate takes place. Kepler is home to some new enemy factions, as well as new allies that will help us unfold the mystery that has brought players to this place. One of the key aspects that define Kepler is how Guardians can explore it by using new abilities like Matter Spark. As you can see, we got Zavalar here posting a video on I Play the Edge of Fate Early, Weapons, Armor, and Missions Showcase. Go check that out if you have not already. We got Mr. Rafa Waffles here. Destiny 2 Edge of Fate full first story mission, exploring Kepler, new locations, ability, and much more. Go check that out. Mr. Rafa Waffles is incredible. You need to go check his video out right now. Then there's the new gear tiering system, which an integral update coming with the Edge of Fate. Weapons and armor will go from tier 1 to tier 5 and gain a broad set of bonuses the higher their tier is. We plan to share more about how it works and what it means for your current gear, starting with exotic armor in a section just below. For now, let's say the new tier 5 weapons will look this good. We got another video right here by Benny. Ultimate Guide to New Loot Tiers, Destiny 2 Edge of Fate. Tier 1 to Tier 5. I haven't watched this video yet, but I can see already that it is going to explain in extreme detail of what the new Tier 5 weapons are going to look like compared to T1. Go check that out. We also got Rick Cactus here, old and new armor set. Go check this out. He's describing the new Edge of Fate Armor 3.0 will change Destiny 2 forever. Now that's quite interesting. I haven't checked that video yet, but I look forward to checking out soon. To get the best gear, you will need to face the hardest challenges, like Grandmaster and the new Ultimate difficulty, which you reach by adding different modifiers to the activities found in the portal. The portal will offer several categories of activities, each with a wide selection of new and updated activities, refreshed with each major update. We got Fallout plays, meet Edge of Fate's strangest new weapon, Destiny 2 Edge of Fate. Ooh, looks like the scout rifle that was represented in the Edge of Fate trailer. Ooh, guys, go check that out if you haven't already. We got the Walla posting about the hand cannon trials. This is going to be a spread shot. Fires a short range spread of pellets, kind of like a shotgun hand cannon, which I'm so interested to check out. You know how awesome that's going to be? Oh man, I'm going to be blown away by the gameplay. Ooh, buddy. All activities in the portal will provide updated and worthwhile rewards, the option to tune the difficulty as you wish to get better rewards, and it will make easier to find something to play each time you log in. From solo ops to the Crucible and many other activities, the portal will be your starting point for the most content in the Edge of Fate. This is posted by Dado. As you can see, the Edge of Fate preview, how leveling in the portal will work, how you'll level up in the Edge of Fate. This is going to be him going in detail about leveling up, which I think is cherry on top right there. Get you ready for the Edge of Fate content that it will be coming out here soon. Oh, go watch that if you haven't. Last but not least, we have a reworked set of stats that now go up to 200 for extra effects and take every point into consideration, pushing build crafting to its limits and making every choice matter. What armor you put on will remain crucial, and the new pieces earned when playing the Edge of Fate will always drop with 3 high values for 3 of said stats. Mix them together and unlock your potential. We got a video posted here by Mactix. Rework guide, stat rework, armor tiering, weapon tiering. His title is everything you need to know about the Edge of Fate build crafting reworks. And as you can see, you get the 2 armor set. Well, you got the armor set, then you have the helmet along with the gun. Check that video out. We also got another one by Scarrow. Armor 3.0 changes everything. New stats, set bonuses, archetypes, and more. Armor 3.0, he's going to be going into deep detail about this Armor 3.0. Check that out as well. The best place to test some of these new abilities and weapons we have mentioned will be in the tower's new shooting range. Whatever enemy you want to fight, it's going to be there so you can test everything you can think of. Answering some of your questions, will we get more vault space? Vault space is not changing in the Edge of Fate, but we do have additional vault space and quality of life features planned for Renegades later this year. Stay tuned for details. Will I be able to use my current gear? Your current gear is still very viable in the Edge of Fate, and you will surely use it in the near future when beginning the new expansion, and even in contest mode for the world's first race. Ooh, yeah! At a high level, the new gear we introduce alongside gear tiering will offer new benefits once you start getting involved with certain activities. Armor will have spikier stats and higher total numbers, as well as specific archetypes that will help you put together stronger builds. Same thing with weapons. The higher the tier, the more extra perks and enhancing options you'll have. We'll have more information in upcoming TWIDs and a full live stream dedicated to talking about gear. Stay tuned. What new weapons archetypes are coming with the Edge of Fate? You've noticed the new spread shot hand cannon, eh? Tune in to our next developer streams to learn more about the many weapons coming with the Edge of Fate, as well as their new perks and more. Ooh. What's happening in mobility, recovery, and resilience? Check the section below. Is the director going away? We are focusing on the portal as the main hub for the Edge of Fate, but the director is not going away. Players will still be able to access activities and locations through it, and Kepler can be accessed through the portal. What are unstable cores? Unstable cores is a new currency we are introducing with the Edge of Fate. They will be earned from dismantling high-level gear among other sources and will reset at the start of each 6-month season. We plan to answer all your questions regarding the economy changes coming with the Edge of Fate in future TWID. Ooh. Yes, future content. Here now. Gear Tier Exotics Armor 3.0. You may have seen a lot of the videos that creators published 2 days ago, so instead of repeating their exact words, we want to focus on some specific details about ability stats, gear tiering, and how your collections of exotic armor pieces is being brought forward. In a reveal stream, the team spoke to adding depth to armor and gear in general with the launch of the Edge of Fate. As part of this, armor stats are getting an overhaul, and some new stats have been created to expand upon your build crafting opportunities. Without further ado, here's the Destiny 2 Sandbox team to dive into the nitty-gritty details. Ooh, hey there, Sandbox team here. We have a literal amount of changes to talk about over the next few weeks, and you'll definitely be seeing a few of us on upcoming live streams. With that said, let's just get started with a bit of the core stat changes you'll be seeing soon. When you log into play, the Edge of Fate, you'll notice your armor stats have changed. So, what becomes of your old stats? Mobility is now weapons, resilience is now health, recovery is now class, strength is now melee, discipline is now grenade, intellect is now super. What are the new stats and what do they do? Health, 1 through 100, grants 0 to 70 healing when picking up an overpower. Grants 0 to 10% flinch resistance. 100 to 200. Shields start recharging 0 to 25% more quickly and take 0 to 50% less time to fully recharge. 0 to 20 additional shield capacity versus combatants. Wow, okay, that's new. That's interesting. Melee, 1 through 100, improves the base cooldown of your melee ability, improves the amount of melee energy gained from external sources, and any melee regeneration speed scalers from other sources. Okay, 100 to 200, 0 to 30% increased melee ability damage. This includes powered, unpowered, and glaive melees. Grenade, 1 through 100, improve the base cooldown of your grenade ability, improves the amount of grenade energy gained from external sources and any grenade regeneration speed scalers from other sources. 100 to 200, 0 to 65% increased grenade ability damage. 0 to 65% grenade ability damage? What? That's crazy. Super. 1 through 100. Improves the super energy gain from damaging targets. It does not change the base cooldown time of your super. Improves the amount of super energy gain from external sources and any super regeneration speed scalars from other sources. 100 to 200. 0 to 45% increased super ability damage. 0 to 45% increased super ability damage? Dang, that's crazy. 45%. Oh, that's going to be a life changer. Class 1 through 100. Improves base cooldown of your class ability. Improves the amount of class energy gained from external sources and any class regeneration speed scalars from other sources. 1 through 200. Grants a 0 to 40 HP overshield. 0 to 10 in PvP on casting your class ability. Duration is determined by the ability used. Example, dodge and thruster lasts 5 seconds. Barricade and rift lasts 10 seconds. Weapons 1 through 100. Improves weapon reload and handling speeds. Improves damage versus minor and major combatants. 0 to 15% for primary and special. 0 to 10% for heavy. 100 to 200. Grants a chance for ammo bricks produced to contain more ammo than normal. Improves damage versus boss combatants and guardians. 0 to 15% for primary and special. 0 to 10% for heavy. Bonus weapon damage versus players 0 to 6%. For the stats going away with the new system, we have set them to a fixed value for all players. Mobility is fixed to what 30 once was for Titans and Warlocks, and 40 for Hunters. Okay. Additionally, there are new leg armor mods to adjust this higher. Resilience is fixed to what 100 once was. Recovery is fixed to around what 60 once was. It's a massive change there. Ability stats and recharge rates. As part of this major rework, we have tuned all the base recharge rates of abilities to better align with the way the new stats work. At low stat investment 0 to 30, your abilities will be recharging slower than they used to, but at a high investment 70 to 100, they will be recharging faster. Any chunk energy gains, think demolitionists like perks that provide a direct amount, and any energy recharge scalars, think Crown of Tempest, will also now be scaled by your stat investment. Oh, okay. At 70 stat, they will match the live game values and surpass them up to 100 stat. Below 70 stat, they will give less value than the live game. We believe that these changes together make the stats more impactful than they have been previously, as while there are now more trade-offs to not investing in a stat, committing to a stat will allow those that invest in them to achieve even higher potency than before. We hope that this leads to a bit more diverse landscape of build crafting than before, allowing players the choice of committing hard to a single ability type or perhaps building something a bit more Swiss Army knife, while not allowing the choice of both at once. Internal playtesting has shown that a variety of both brand new and old reliable builds shine in this new system, so we are excited to see what you all cook up. Now, let's shift to an adjacent topic, exotic armors. How are they going to work in this new stat system? Exotic Armor 3.0. If you find yourself looking at the exotic armor, you have now only to realize you're going to need a different stat setup for your build. Don't worry, since Armor 3.0's announcement in October, our plans for exotics have evolved to better support this transition. Okay, with the release of the Edge of Fate, we'll be updating all new drops of existing exotics to use the new Armor 3.0 systems, reducing the amount of time it'll take to get armor with stats you want. In addition, we're told Ada 1 gave reproducing exotic armor a try. The supply may be limited, but most Guardians should be able to focus their choice on any previously acquired exotics with some influence over their stats. Of course, if you prefer to take your time and use the rolls you have, they'll get the stat updates described above, but don't wait too long. Important, it is exotic focusing will only be available in the Year of Prophecy. Oh no. As for exotic class items, we'll be updating these items directly with stats based on the perks they have on them. If you already have perk combinations you like, keep them. If you're still hunting, feel free to visit the Balehard now to get ready for the Edge of Fate. Don't forget Zur, either his will may not be his own, but he does bring exotic class items for purchase from time to time. We'll have more details on how this will work, how Ada's focusing will work, and the way stats will roll for all armor in a future TWID. Prismatic and the Edge of Fate. During our hands-on preview for the Edge of Fate, we shared an early look at prismatic tuning plan for update 9.0.0.1. This tuning pass reduced the number of fragments that could be placed on various aspects. As we've found, the prismatic subclasses have been a bit hot since release. Certain prismatic builds have increased damage output and survivability to a point where some challenges can feel trivial, and bringing everything else to prismatic's level wouldn't help to solve this issue in a healthy manner. We've seen this conversation about power creep frequently, which is why we take time to tune things up or down during release timelines. This gives us an opportunity to rein in outliers when new content is coming online. While we're still planning an overall tuning pass for prismatic for a future date, featuring buffs alongside other changes, we'll be changing our approach for the Edge of Fate a bit in response to your feedback. There's a prismatic picture. Prismatic aspects that were originally planned to be reduced to 1 fragment slot will remain at 2. We feel this is a good middle ground where some of the more potent aspects are being tuned down, but not by too much. Of course, we'll be playtesting this change internally before the Edge of Fate launch as well to make sure it's the right decision. Here's the list of aspects per class and plan changes of fragment slots. Prismatic Titan, Consecration 3 to 2, reverted from 1. Knockout remains at 2, reverted to 1. Prismatic Hunter, Sightless Executioner remains at 2, reverted from 1. Ascension 3 to 2. Winter's Shroud 3 to 2. Prismatic Warlock, Feed the Void remains at 2, reverted from 1. Helion 3 to 2. Bleak Watcher 3 to 2. With many changes coming to our stat system, gear tiering, and Armor 3.0, we still see Prismatics as an incredible option for the ad clearing or boss DPS focused players among you. We're looking forward to seeing how you experiment with Prismatic and alternate subclasses at launch. Prophecy is on. Prophecy is the featured dungeon for Bride of the 9 for 2 weeks until June 17th. How did you enjoy the changes we made? Have you been able to complete the Sparrow Road without wiping? How many of your teammates fell to their deaths in the Cal Echo encounter? There are 2 quests to complete this week in exchange for Hopeful weapons, and another one is awaiting next week. That's on top of the rolls you'll be getting when completing the dungeons. Try Ultimatum difficulty if you are feeling brave to get some adepts. Next week, we will have increased rewards and drops from enemies turned on, so save some of your strength for then. Once we reach June 17th, all dungeons will be unlocked in the Rite of 9, with the first week having increased rewards for all of them, and the following weeks having one featured dungeon with that extra loot. Here's the calendar as a reminder. From June 17th until June 24th, all Rite of the 9 dungeons will be available to play at any time and at any difficulty. Week of said June 17th, increased currency drops active for all dungeons. From June 24th until July 8th, all dungeons are available and one will have increased currency rewards. Week of June 24th, Spire the Watcher. Week of July 1st, Ghost of the Deep. Week of July 8th, Prophecy. From July 8th until July 15th, Ludapalooza will begin. Increased currency rewards and weapon drops from enemies in all dungeons. We'll turn on a new way to spend your nonary manifold currency. We will turn on a new way to spend your nonary manifold currency. Wonder what that can be. That's oh man, I shouldn't have spent my 5,000. Now the Prophecy is available, so are some more latest Bungie rewards. Both the Rite of the 9 Raglan and the Seeker of the 9 display metal poster are now available at the Bungie store. Complete the required triumphs to unlock them. You have until July 15th to do earn them. Adept's rotation calendar. When the Edge of Fate launches, Adept weapons will be going away in favor of the new tier gearing system. Before that happens, we want to be crystal clear on when you will be able to earn Adept weapons from Trials of Osiris and Nightfalls in case you want to complete your collection. Check the calendars below. Nightfalls, week of June 3rd, Rake Angle, week of June 10th, Shadow Price, week of June 17th, The Palindrome, week of June 24th, Plague 1, week of July 1st, Lotus Eater, week of July 8th, Wild Style, Trials of Osiris, week of June 3rd, Yesterday's Question, week of June 10th, Keen Thistle, week of June 17th, no Trials of Osiris this week of June 24th, Tomorrow's Answer, week of July 1st, Shire's Wrath, week of July 8th, Aisha's Care. Pride Month has begun. Happy Pride Month. The Pride at Bungie and Trans at Bungie Inclusion, Diversity, and Equity Association are celebrating the occasion with some new and classic goodies. Celebrate Pride with color and cause. Earlier this week, we were thrilled to launch our brand new Pride Shader Pack, bursting with bold, joyful shades inspired by the diversity and vibrance of the LGBTQIA+ community. This bundle isn't just a fresh way to style your Guardian, it's a way to make a real-world impact. While available in-game for every purchase of the Pride Shader Pack, 800 silver, $5.50, will be donated to Advocates for Trans Equity Education Fund, an organization that works to advance the rights and well-being of transgender people through education, public awareness, and community-based advocacy. Shader name, Indivisible, Boundless, 10th Muse, and True Self. There's a shader collection right there. Show your pride, stand in solitary, and light up in the game with color and purpose. Don't miss your chances to add this vibrant palette to your collection and make a difference. This shader bundle will be available on the Everstore until July 1st, 2025. If you can't get them now, rest assured they will return in the future, just not for a while. More Pride Month classics. We are of course excited to continue celebrating Pride Month with Bungie's Pride Collection, our collectible pen 2.0, and Infinite Prismatic Emblem. Since 2019, Guardians have held help raise funds for it gets better. IGB, a nonprofit organization that strives to uplift, empower, and connect LGBTQIA+ youth around the globe. Through storytelling, media, and educational resources, IGB proactively supports LGBTQIA+ and questioning youth to explore and define their own journey. This year, we are happy to continue supporting IGB. During the month of June, for each purchase of Bungie's Pride Collectible Pin 2.0, which comes with the Infinite Prismatic Emblem, $7 will be donated to IGB. The pin is available on both the Bungie store and the EU Bungie store. The Infinite Prismatic Emblem will also be available with a $10 donation through the Bungie Foundation through June 30th. All net proceeds will support IGB, minus Tiltify and payment processing fees. Here's the pin along with the emblem that you can get. Wear your pride on your sleeve. We invite all allies to show your support for their LGBTQIA+ communities by donating your best pride fashion in Destiny 2 with this new free pride shader, Prismatic Expanse. You can click on this link to redeem it. Note, it might say you're redeeming an emblem, but no, it's a shader, or paste the following code into bungie.net/redeem D6T-3JR-CKX. After that, pick the shader up from Special Deliveries kiosk in the tower. And if you missed the Rainbow Connection emote or the end of the Rainbow Tresmat from previous years, have no fear, we've got you covered. Rainbow Connection emote, there's the code. End of the Rainbow Transmat, there's the code. Pride Month is a time to celebrate authenticity, fight for visibility, and honor the resilience of LGBTQIA+ people everywhere. Let's play loud, play proud, and make this month unforgettable. Player Support Report. Seeker of the Nine Triumph update. Earlier this week, we fixed an issue with the Rite of the Nine Seeker of the Nine Triumphs being tracked on a per character basis instead of being account based. However, we unintentionally reset the earn progress for finding collectibles within the Rite of the Nine dungeons. To solve the issue, we will be auto-completing the collectibles earned from Spire of the Watcher and Ghost of the Deep for all players in Update 8.2.6.4, releasing next Tuesday, June 10th. Progress toward any earned collectibles prophecy will also be retained. Known issue list. Crystals made by the Rhyme Coat Ramen Exotic Chest don't reliably grant Devour while Feed the Void is equipped. Enhanced Recycle Energy grants no energy back. The Champ title has lots of gilded stats. When speaking to a vendor, you can hear their ambient dialogue. Sometimes you hear vendor voices overlapping, which can be very confusing. Steps 6 and 9 of the Drowning Labyrinth quest aren't able to be completed by some players due to this quest being a fix between character scope and account scope. If you have an alternate character and make progress on the quest, you need to play on that character to get back into the correct research paper level for your main character. Sometimes in the Derealized Exotic mission, the Taken Relic can drop below the surface during the Vishk encounter. When damaging trigger bosses in the Sundar Doctrine dungeon, players receive critical damage feedback, but damage is actually regular base damage. When tracking Ekor's Drowning Labyrinth quest, completion of certain steps may stop progress on the next steps. Sometimes the tome will want if primer quest does not progress after meeting step 3 and step 4 requirements. Memento shaders can be previewed on armor in the armor management screen. This is not intended, and mementos aren't being considered for use on armor. Succulent filaments and Spirit of the Filaments can't grant Devour while Facet Protection is equipped. Adoru, Artist of the Week. A Guardian's past life doesn't matter. It's who they are now and what they do with their second chance that defines them. That said, if my fire team had a famous singer from the old times and I somehow discovered that info, click on the link to read the whole comic. Here's the comic right here. It is by Parking Rabbit via Reddit. Golden Age Archives. These are records concerning those once known as the Idaru. What? Did you say idol? Idol? Go ahead and read that comment, guys. Scanlane Kell of House Retro. What's cooler than 12-player activity? Set activity being completed while playing it on a CRT monitor. I miss those big boxes of Catholic rays every day. If you don't know what I'm talking about, please don't tell me. I don't want to feel older than I already feel. Oh my goodness, someone's actually playing on a monitor. That's crazy. An old monitor. That's insane. Oh my goodness. We're getting closer and closer to the edge of fate, and we intend to share more details about what's changing in the following weeks through creators, our own streams, and also our weekly TWIDs. Destiny is evolving, as always, and we hope what we have shown so far has you excited. We know Titans are particularly happy with the new exotic they are getting. I summoned the Meow Meow Destiny 2 community team. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's it for this week's TWID, and I will see you in the next weekly TWID. Take care.